Welcome back everyone for the next part of Etrian Odyssey 5. In the last part, we finished off exploring the first floor on the 5th stratum. And actually I already touched the 2nd floor as well. Managed to find the first shortcut, but I didn't quite run into the 2nd FOE yet. I really hope I don't need to deal with too many owls, because the owls are a little bit tricky. They kind of mess with my mind. Because I always have to remember that the moment I step into the line, they start to chase me. And if there's something in between us, they can't really see me. It's a bit weird. Anyways, first of all, we have 2 quests to report. Reading through the dark. 3 items. Looks like you found what you asked for. Great work. Let me have whatever you want. Turned into the scholar. Well, first of all, the clock flower. The clock flower. I sense mana within it. Could it be absorbing and storing mana as a source of energy? How interesting. Anything else you want to turn in? Oh yes, of course. The fixed stalk. Oh? The fixed stalk. The fixed stalk has quite an interesting texture. Feels like a fuzzy ball. I kind of like it. Anything else? Yes, of course. Coriander. So this is coriander. Such an interesting scent. I really like it. Maybe I should get some for myself to put around the house. This is everything then? Okay. Let's see. You turned in 3 types of items. So this is all yours, Miss Beria. You really earned it this time. I don't know if you know, but the people of Iori think you're a real big deal. I mean, you've reached the 5th stratum. This is one hell of an accomplishment, you know? Oh? You know you can handle yourself, or rather I know you can handle yourself, but I need you to be careful out there, okay? I can't help but worry about you. I'm doing the smothery thing again, aren't I? Sorry about that. Back to business. Done. Here's your reward. Thanks for helping out another client. 6 nectars and a nectar too. Thank you very much. Lots of XP as well.
What'll it be? Which will it be?
Of course, happy wife. Panic sickle. Looks like you finished the request without any major issues. Well done. You wouldn't guess it, but under all that armor, Edgar is a man who truly loves his family. I insisted you speak with him directly because I wanted you to crack open that iron shell of his like an acorn with your glaring stare, which actually worked. I figured it couldn't hurt to get to know some of the people in Iori better, no? Edgar's not the type to talk about himself, but it was for his own good. And yours. Then again, maybe I simply have a bad habit of meddling in some other people's affair. Listening in on every conversation in my Trevon will do that, you know? Oh well, I'm sure Edgar will forgive me if I send his wife a box of chocolates. That woman surely loves her sweets. Oh, but don't tell Edgar I said that, okay? I don't want another one of his lectures.
Here's your reward.
Oh, he did that already? Well then, allow me to give you your reward. Thank you. Panic sickle. Ah, yes, it's probably a 10 attack weapon again, like usual, but it's still worth to get it, right? And look at that! Another supply of Terrica A and B. This request is for the Vesperia Guild. I have a question for you about the 19th floor. Marina. Marina?
This one?
You have a quest? Ah, that request is actually from me. As for the circumstances behind it, I cannot tell you just yet. If you come upon the answer I'm looking for, I will let you know.
I'm sorry.
Sorry to send you on a quest without giving you more infos, but please try to understand. I need to know more about the area between the Lucent Hollow and the Untamed Garden. In other words, I would like to ask you about the 19th floor. When you were near the west side of the 19th floor, did you notice anything suspicious there? Like a hidden passage leading further in? If you get an idea of where that might be, feel free to talk to me again later. Thanks. Actually, I think I already know what you mean. Oh, could it be that you already located the suspicious area on the 19th floor? A hidden passage, perhaps? Actually, yes. Really? Please show it to me. Well, actually, if I have to say it, there was one shortcut I wasn't quite able to go through. So there's a hidden passage there. Alright, I will send out a scout to confirm. I just heard back. Your intel checked out. But the issue is that the crystal over there are unbreakable hearts, so how did they... Oh, sorry for zooming out like this. Well, that completed the request. Would you please report it now? I know I'm right here, but rules are rules. I will explain everything when you officially report the request as complete, alright?
What'll it be? Which will it be?
Sure. Sure, I don't mind.
you.
I don't mind doing it the official way. I can totally do this. It's just a few taps upwards. And that completes the formalities. You have been a big help. Now then.
Well then.
I think you all deserve an explanation. Before I posted this request, there was a fetch quest taken by other explorers. And because the requester had asked for a lot of different items out of the 19th floor, I hired multiple guilds for the job. Like I said, it was just a collection kick, you know? I thought it would be a business as usual. But everyone in those guilds came back beaten half to death by a monstrous attack. They barely made it out of there alive. Their situation was so critical, I apologized to the requester and cancelled the job myself. Afterwards, I checked on the adventurers in the hospital. They were in a bad shape. They might never be the same, and they certainly won't be able to go adventuring anytime soon. So what happened? On top of all of that, it's a poor reflection of my ability to judge a request's potential difficulty. So I asked around in case there were any unusual dangerous monster on the 19th and the 19th floor, but no one had heard of anything of the sort. That is why I hired you. I didn't want to send you on a suicide mission, but my reputation was at stake and I had nowhere else to turn. Fortunately, asking you was the right choice. Now that I know how dangerous the area is, I will adjust my quest assignment accordingly. Well then, that is all I have to say. Thank you.
You're doing well.
You earned this reward, so please take it. But I didn't really run into any trouble on my way through there. I just found a shortcut, which I wasn't even able to take. So, I'm not really sure about danger
There's
here,
no
okay?
new requests right
And
now.
that was the whole request? Nothing else? Really? Okay. Well, I'm just going to turn in all the items and I need you back to 22th floor. So, okay, 22nd floor. Let's see, I guess I'm supposed to explore more of this side. There was the door going to the right, but that was the location I came from. So, seems like I have to deal with something over there, which is some kind of FOE again. Don't really see it. What are you? Lion? Ugh! What? Your arms! Your arms! They're so small! And you point at me! And what's that on your side? And you have hoofs? Are you some kind of chimera thing? I mean, you have hoofs like a horse. Some kind of bug things on the sides. Little arms like a monkey. Head like a lion and a mane like a lion. And are those horns or ears? I'm not really sure. Either way, you are following me around. Hey! Oh my god. You even have some kind of tattoo on your back. Well, isn't that just nice, huh? Isn't that just nice? Okay, don't mind me. I'm just going to pass through the door and act like nothing ever happened, okay? Great. So, what can I do over here? Seems like there's a door going to this. Alright, no, not a door. Just a way going to the north. Way going to the south. Shortcut seems to be on the north side, but I would kind of like to see if there's anything over there, but doesn't seem to be the case. Ah, the pony's back. Okay, first of all, what can you do? This equatorial stature excels at striking with rocky hooves, so bind its leg to limit them. Okay. Well, lucky for you, I already prepared something for that. Which weakness? Actually ice. Okay. First of all, stiffening miasma. Power shot. Ice. Foot pierce. Okay?
Take this.
Foot pierce. The chances are really high if I'm fast enough. I didn't get it. I even leveled it up. My god. It's almost max level already, okay? It's supposed to hit. It'd be weird if it doesn't. Huh. Oh well. Okay. Still need to work on my foot pierce then. So there's a way going to the left side. Another way going to the right side. Opens up like this. Let me just quickly see. It seems like I'm getting closer and closer to another teleporter stage. Oh yes it is. Okay. So this is another gap where I get teleported to the right side of the map. Which is leading me where exactly? Way going upwards, way going to the left. Treasure chest across the hill. Already I've passed the hole. Then there's a way going upwards as well. At least I don't need to worry about FOEs running around the hallways, right? At least I have the comfort in that. So that closes in like this. And there was nothing hidden in the walls, right? No shortcuts, no nothing. Great. Okay. Multi-step. Stiffling. Actually, try to get the paralysis. Ice take away. Ice lands away after using one chain blast. And that should do the trick, right?
I'll finish it.
Let's see, I
Can you
think
handle
I got
this?
legs. The answer's still very strong.
I'll stop you.
There we go.
Last one.
So let's see. I don't really get a clue about the conditional, but there is a chance it might be related to the legs. Since it did say, bind its legs to limit them, right? And your weakness was ice, so I'm just going to go ahead and use even more ice skills, okay? Okay.
You ready? Disappear.
Let's see. Was it related to the legs? Yes, it was. Okay. Good. Then we have another way going to the north. Leading to... just a door, no shortcuts, no nothing. Okay. Which means there's a high probability that there's an FOE waiting for me past this door. Or not. Or yes. It's a bit weird. It's a bit weird. So there's a door to the right of me, a door to the left of me, and I need to go right through. Those FOEs, they really push me through the doors. Is there anything hidden over here, or is it just an empty room? Okay, it's just an empty room to pass some time. And he doesn't really chase me as long as I don't cross the line, huh? That is very good to know. So you also see me from 2 lines apart. Okay, I gotcha. I gotcha. You do not need to do this though, okay? I'm totally fine. I don't mind going through the doors. I mean, at the same time, this could be the right way to go forward. Right? it could lead me to another shortcut. And it actually does. Great. Okay, and how is this connected to the other lines? Ah, right over there. Okay. Okay, that also means this side is the correct way, and... Oh, I almost missed the door. Great. Wait, there's no wall over there. Goes in like that. Walls like that. The encounter's already really high, but it should be fine. Okay, he didn't see me. Seems like this is connected to the other corridor where I wasn't able to pass because of the FOE. Which means... Hey buddy! Don't mind me, I'm just going to pass through here to the door, you know? And it seems like this looks something like that. So. And... Oh my god, okay. Let me see. There's the opening right here. Where the heck do I need to go? Oh, I think I made a mistake. Yes. That looks bad. Well, I mean, I guess I need to return for a second. Give me a second. So, I should be fine, right? Okay, that's not fine. That's not fine. So 3 tiles afar. 2 tiles from the sides. It's a very, very, very long corridor, but that's alright. Ah, yeah, you thing. You evil, evil little thing. Okay, sneak around it. He shouldn't be able to catch me now. Okay. So, from here, the only way forward would be right through this door. Which hopefully, hopefully... Oh my god, there's another one. Leads me to a safe room. I was about to say... Of course he spots me. Okay, let's see. At least 3 tiles going to the left. Goes upwards. Then there seems to be empty space going to the north as well. There's a way to the right. At least 3 tiles going north. Corner over here. If I knew where I was supposed to go, that would help out quite a lot. It's not the case though. Okay, so from the looks of it, there's no door over there. There's no door over there. If I go north, I'm going to run into the other thing, so I need to go to the right side from here. Oh god. Oh god. Okay. Okay, they circled me in. They circled me in, but that's alright, because there is a door. All the way across, which means the room looks something like this. So, and from here, let me see my HP. Looks okay. From here, there should be a shortcut somewhere, right? Somewhere, please. I'd really appreciate this. Doesn't seem like the case though. Okay, shoot. Well, at least I found the water spots, right? Oh man, I don't even eat the fish. and 2Ds. Okay, great. So, in that case, I'm going to multi-step the back. Stifling Miasma. Million arrows. I'm going to play it safe with Chain Blast. Then I'm also going to use... Which element was okay? Ice. Okay, Ice Lance. And for the damage, Foot Pierce.
Disappear.
Foot Pierce for the damage. Only for that.
Take this.
Refreshing.
There we go.
Later.
Still hurts. Quite a lot. Okay, you are bounded, so that should be fine. I'm going to use my ice on the left guy. You can slash away at the center. The arrows are going to come down really soon. Ice Lance again, and Foot Pierce again. That should...
Can you handle this?
It didn't take care of any of them. Never mind.
This is it.
Okay, I was able to get rid of the Acorn. Great. So, please tell me there's a shortcut coming up. I really, really want to see a shortcut. Don't want to deal with those lion things again. Actually, when I was walking back here, I accidentally stumbled into one encounter with them. And let's just say, they sparked me to death, okay? They literally sparked me to death. The whole party in one attack. While walking down a small path, the underbrush around you grows thicker and thicker. You hear the snap from under your foot. Seems like you stepped on something. As you look down, you see a large hole hiding in the grass, stretched open. Fortunately, Loki quickly leaps aside to avoid falling down the hole. Looks like someone piled branches and grass to hide the hole and make a trap. Had you fallen down it, you would have been severely injured. You continue your exploration, exercising more cautious about what's on the ground. Good that I have reflex. While exploring the wilds, you almost fell down a hidden hole, but managed to leap aside thanks to your quick reflex. Seriously, reflex? It's always nice to have. So, let's see. Then that means that's the only way forward. Goes to the right, goes to the north. I'm gonna check out the north first. Actually, doesn't make a difference. Okay. Is that the point? That is the point. Let's go back to yellow. Am I getting closer to the shortcut? From the looks of it, I would say yes, but at the same time... Actually, yes, I'm getting closer. Perfect. Okay. So from here, I need to go to the right. Then there's a way going to the north. Cutting in like this. It's one tile. Shortcut. Shortcut. I don't care about anything else. Reset the encounter. I'm gonna save. Really quickly. Nothing better than a shortcut and a geometric pole. Am I right? Nothing better. Okay. So from here, I need to go to the left side again, it seems like. Well, I don't mind that anymore. Which, oh wait, that looks like I'm going back to the right side again. Okay, there's also a way going to the north from here. And a way going down. To the left. This is a bit confusing. But I guess I'm getting closer to the staircase if I go to this side. Wait. Teleporter was right over there. Goes in like that. Goes the whole way to this. Like this. Then there's a treasure chest somewhere over there. That is good to know. So once I backtrack, I know where I'm supposed to head. Staircase! Great! I love this. Absolutely love this. But it also means I'm not quite done with the floor yet, right? There's still something else for me to do after all. Just quickly draw in the walls. Wait, shortcut going to the south. There we go. No, but seriously, there's still something for us to do. After all, look at that. There's still the whole north section, right? So let's see. If I go through here, that leads to nowhere. Great. That means in order to reach the treasure, I probably need to do something like this. Maybe? We're walking down a small rough path. You see a shadow moving at the lane's end. You can barely make out a squirrel-like animal in the shadow of a large plant. The rodent doesn't seem to fear your party, and it chirps brightly as it approaches. It seems as though it wants you to pet it. You wonder if you should indulge this familiar-looking creature. Of course not! No freaking way I'm going to touch a squirrel! They are the mean squirrels of the series. They always go after your threats after all. The animal seems cute. I know, it seems cute. But you shouldn't touch it. You reason, but it looks can be deceiving. Especially with an Atlus game, okay? You leave the small animal and its confusing chirp behind as you return to your investigation. No way! I'm going to mark this. Squirrel. Don't pet. Okay? Good. Wait, there was also a way going up from here. A little bit to the north. Nothing else. Okay, so we have a horse and a leaf guy. I'm gonna fire this guy. Stiffing miasma. Just shoot. Fireball and please get the legs. I know so. I gave you especially good luck items. There is a chance you can hit it, but you don't. Why aren't you hitting?
Last one.
It's ridiculous. Okay, freeze. Hit. Ice. Look at this. Level 7. It's supposed to hit.
How's that?
It has to.
This is it.
I even got the head bind.
As expected.
I didn't get it. Okay, never mind. It seems like maybe they are resistance
What's
to
that?
legs and I didn't really realize that yet. I mean, that could be the case, right? That could be the case.
That'll
We
help.
should quickly look here. So what's this? As you make your way through the lush forest, you come across a patch of forest berries. There are countless berries growing there, as if they are just waiting to be picked. If you want, you can harvest some of the berries. My inventory is full though. So, this time around, I'm just going to leave them be. Okay? You spare the abundance berries one last look and then return to your exploration. Once I have some space in my inventory, I'm going to come back and grab those items. But for now, I seriously can't really do that. So, this is a mining spot. Okay. Pretty far off from the staircase though.
Found something.
Okay. Illuminating ores, huh? Then we have another open space. Going to the left side. Great. I didn't really see any way. Oh, wait. Did I mark this wrong or was there an opening? I'm not really sure. I'm gonna check it out really quickly. Never mind. There's no opening over there either. Too bad. Too bad. Oh well. Let's try to grab this treasure chest. And the only way to get to this treasure chest, from the looks of it... Actually, I'm not really sure. There is a hole. Maybe I missed a shortcut. But that shouldn't be the case. After all, there is a way to teleport, right? But at the same time, teleportation would mean it should be somewhere around here. You know what? I'm gonna look into that a little bit later. Let's head back to the town, grab the new patch of quests, and head over to the next floor.
Make yourself at
So,
home.
let's see, what can we
Which
grab?
would you like to tackle?
Swordless Samurai. My trusty katana broke while battling monsters. I asked for ores from the untamed garden to fix it.
This one?
Okay. I did find a mining spot. I could totally do this. That request comes from a samurai, or rather samurao, who frequents my tavern. He told me that his trusty katana broke, so he was searching for materials to fix it. Then recently, he happens to pass you by in the market and noticed that you had ores he'd never even heard of before, let alone seen. Later, he checked into where they came from and found out they are in the untamed garden. I think you get the idea now. He wants you to mine ore from the 5th stratum. He's only asking for one type of ore, but it doesn't matter to him which kind.
Off you go then.
Of course, the rarer the ore, the happier the Masara will be. It would behoove you to find something valuable. Well then, good luck.
What'll it be?
Wait, let me see. Which reward do I get from this? Depending on that, I might actually give you the best item. And not mission. Oh, arenas! Of course, kind sir. You get the best materials from the best guilds in town. But before that, I also noticed that Mia the Etrian is over here. And there's also somebody else looking around. Seems like sometimes people show up in here and I didn't even notice it. So, let's talk to them. Hello everyone. Sorry about the other day. When I think back on it, I realized I wasn't quite acting like myself. I mean, I would never gotten so worked up before, let alone to find my father openly like that. But I'm glad I acted out of desperation. When I heard my dear sweet Thaddeus was hurt, I truly felt like it was the end of the world. But I feel like it all worked out for the best. As for the weeding, well, it's been brushed back from oh my god, not weeding, wedding, holy, back much further than we hoped, but it's still better than my father trying to stop it. Sorry, I'm starting to lose track of what I was trying to tell you. Anyways, all of this is thanks to your help. Thank you very much. I'm going to do my best to help Thaddeus and my father see eye to eye. Now, if you will excuse me? And I don't know when it would be, but it would be wonderful if you all could attend our wedding. Finally, we got an official invitation! Urgling, looking around. I don't suppose you've met any of the adventurers from the Vesperia Guild. Nah, never heard of them. I heard they managed to reach the Ictus' 5th stratum. If so, I have something to ask them. I wonder if there's a way for us to meet. I don't know. Seems like they're pretty busy in the 5th stratum. They barely visit the town. Actually, they visit every few hours since they have to replenish their HP because the monsters are kinda tough. But you don't know about that. Tell him that you are the guilds. Wait, you are with Vesperia? What a stroke of luck! Heaven be praised! Do you mind if I ask you something? Have you noticed any insectoid monsters on the... Yes, sword and also shield on another stratum. Not in confirmation. I see. So in addition to the monochrome ants, the labyrinth is home of a variety of insects. Alright then. I will put in an official request. I need to speak with Marion. Come see me once you accept... You having a request for me? Did I miss a request here?
Which would you like to tackle?
Really now? Did I miss a quest? Because I didn't check the Patreons?
What'll it be?
Oh, no. I need to check that later. Yeah, I need to check that. I don't like if I miss the request. I seriously don't like that. Okay, what's this about? Venom's Insect Diary. I hope the Vesperia Guild takes this job. Please study the panda ants in the 5th stratum.
This one?
Okay. So you're taking on this request, are you? Yeah. It seems you've already spoken with Vernon. He's the entomologist who made the request. He's excited to see you even as we speak, so make sure you go talk to Vernon again.
What'll it be?
Okay. Hello again, Vesperia. Thanks for accepting my request. Let's get down to business. By your account, there are monochrome ants called panda ants in the 5th stratum. Yes? What I need to know is what flavor panda ants favors. Here's what you will need. 1 loaf of sweet, super sweet bread, 1 loaf of extra spicy bread. Oh, okay. I made these special bread loaves to help with the investigation. Sufficient to say I favored them in such a way to be unfitting for people, so don't nibble them, okay? Put that bread somewhere at panda nets, somewhere a panda ant will be able to see it and observe it. Oh my god, observe how it reacts. Keep an eye out for whether they love it, hate it, or just ignore it, and write it all down. As to where to put it, the closer the ant nest, the better. And I'd really like for you to try out both types of breads, but I realize you have your own things to do, so it's fine if you only have time to try out one. Okay. Well, I did find the nest already, so maybe that's related to that request. Which means back to the... Wait, was it 21? I think it was the 21 floor. So let's see.
What's that?
Which type of bread are we going to test out first? As you blaze through the wilderness, as always, you find a nest of ants. And if you recall it correctly, your job is to observe an insect reaction to eating bread. If this really is an ant hill at your feet, you might be able to find panda ants. You can try placing down bread to lure it out, or leave it alone. Let's try out the sweet bread. You take some sweet-smelling bread out from your backpack and set it down near the entrance of the large ant hill. Then you hide in a nearby bush and keep as quiet as possible. Eventually, a panda ant crawls out of the hill. The panda ant notices the bread and suddenly stops in its track. Antenna twitching, it approaches the food. The scent alone is all that it takes to convince the panda ant to try, or rather to start eating the bread. The panda ant digs in, completely engrossed. Before long, the panda ant has totally devoured every last crumb of the bread. It seems to have a serious sweet tooth, or maybe sweet mandible, as the case may be. As you take notes of your observation, the panda ant squirrels back into its hole. That completes the sweet bread experiment. But you still have the spicy bread with you. You can either find another site to experiment with the other bread, or report back to Verno at the Twilight Tavern to finish this request. Wait, there's another hole? Somewhere? Okay, let me just quickly see if I can find the other spot as well. Oh, okay, I found it. So, the second anthill is right over there. The one way I didn't really check before, I was noticing that I didn't really finish up drawing the map over there, and you know, Etrian Odyssey, they like to use, or rather they like to cover, every inch of every map. Even though I'm not really sure how I'm supposed to go to the north side from here. But oh well, right? Oh well. Anyways, it looks like an anthill, which reminds you of the quest. If you recall correctly, your job is to observe the ant's reaction to eating the bread. If this really is an anthill at your feet, you might be able to find a panda ant. You can try placing down bread to lure it out. Of course, extra spicy bread. You take some super spicy smelling bread out of your backpack and set it down near the entrance of the large ant hill. Then you hide again and wait as quietly as possible. Eventually the ant came out. The panda ant noticed the bread and suddenly stops in its track. Antennas twitching, it paces around the unfamiliar object a few times. This panda ant seems interested, but makes no attempt to bite into the bright, red, and spicy bread. After even more time passes, the panda ant is still showing no effect, or rather no effort to eating that bread. At the very least, it doesn't appear to be recognizing the scent of the bread as food. If you believe that's enough data, You can end the experiment here. I mean, I could still observe it. Your job was to observe it, eat the bread, not just looking at it. So you decided to wait until it does. Your patience is finally rewarded when the panda ant takes a bite of the bread. It continues to eat, so you're just about to conclude that it's fine with spicy food. However, the panda ant suddenly stops eating the bread and starts writhing in agony? After thrashing about, the panda ant skitters frankly back into the ant. Yeah, of course, it's super spicy. He didn't know that. He didn't know that. I got surprised. Maybe it doesn't like spicy food. Or maybe the bread is just that spicy. Now that you look at it, the redness of the dot seems pretty abnormal. Even the crust is in the color of blood. No human would even try to eat such a thing. But maybe you could try eating the leftover bread to figure out just how spicy that stuff is. I mean, it did say we shouldn't eat it, right? Why not? The best way to find out is to test it yourself. So you decided to sample a taste of the bread. I think one person is enough. I'm going to be the one. I am the one with the stupid idea. I'm going to take the blame for this. If there's anything wrong with the bread, it'll be best to limit the damage to 1. So you vote for Rhei. After tearing off a piece of the bread, Rhei takes a deep breath. Here goes nothing. They toss the red bread into their mouth. Though everyone watches over in worry, Rhei seems just fine. Surprisingly, the bread is not that spicy, but after a few more moments, Rhei suddenly freezes. Their brown furrows as their eye water. Soon, Rhei's face turns as red as the bread. They are sweating like a waterfall. No wonder did the panda ant react like that. Rhei's throat is burning and their tongue feels like it's been stabbed by tiny daggers. Their body temperature is rising, but their guts feel as cold as ice. Rhei's eyes seem to ask, "Why did you make me eat this?" But it is too late to turn back now. After flailing around, the spiciness fades away, and Rhei finally calms down. The horrible taste left Rhei both physically and mentally drained. Ooh, okay. Rhei looks down throat, but at least the investigation into the panda ants is finished. All that remains is to report the finding to the entomologists back at the tavern. That is why, if you experiment with anything, please only pick one person. You don't need to suffer everything the same, okay? This is just ridiculous. In this kind of situation, I was just carried along. I would never try that food in a labyrinth, covered it with insect monsters. This is just ridiculous. But
Make
well,
yourself at home.
we completed the mission.
Which will it be?
Alright, I'm supposed to talk to him. Ah, you're back. Well, did you figure out which flavor the panda ants favor? Well, I haven't finished yet. As for detail, yes, I'm done. It's over. Really? Tell me everything. I see, so it munched down the sweet bread. This may indicate an affinity to sweet things. Good to know. When it got near the spicy food, it recoiled and ran off somewhere. Clearly, it can tell when something is spicy. I should make a note about how cautious they seem to be. Yes, I think I understand now. I'm glad I had you do this, Vesperia Guild. Anything else worth noting? I'm going to tell him that I ate it. You ate it! I could have sworn I made this sucker so spicy, no one could stomach it! Well, I wouldn't worry about it. I mean, besides being super spicy, it shouldn't be harmful in any way. 100 damage! 70 TP! That is harmful! Although, maybe you should be my next research specimen. I kid, relax. And with that, you completed my request. Please accept your reward from Miriam. Hopefully, we'll meet again, Vesperia Guild. I will pray to the great tree that you stay safe. Of course. But before we return and report the requests, there's still a few materials that I need to grab after all. Mining spots, you know? Mining spots. Be right back. Okay, that took way longer than it had to be. I even upgraded my farmer squad into 3 different types of squad. The mining squad, the take squad, the chop squad, okay? My squads are full with farmer parties. Oh yeah. Anyways, now I don't need to do that arrange manual anymore, right? Especially since arranging my own party is really quickly. I just need to click 5 times and it's done. For the farmers, I need to pick them out one at a time because I mixed them up a little bit. Anyways, let's report them right away.
Thank you.
Summer Prime. Totally worth it. Looks like Werner's request was completed without any problems. Studying insects sounds fun, but nothing in the labyrinth is that easy. Are you hurt? Well, I did eat the spicy bread.
Huh?
Huh? You ate the bread meant for bugs? Is that even safe to eat? You seem fine now, but does anyone have a stomach ache? Either way, whoever ate it should lie down. Let me give you your reward now, in case anyone needs to rush off to the to the restroom. Here you go. Take care of yourself, okay? Thank you very much. I know it was stupid to eat it, but the curiosity got the better of me, okay? And the swordless samurai.
Thank you.
It looks like you are all finished mining the untamed garden. Now which ore will you turn in? Durul Tea, which took me forever to find, but here it is. Ah, so you turn in Rutil or something. Yes. Very well. I will deliver this to the Masura. Would you please wait here for a minute? Of course. I am back. Thank you for your patience. Then, when I showed the Masura the ore you chose, he was overjoyed. He's certain he'll be able to reforge his katana into an even stronger blade. He also insisted that I add an additional bonus on top of your reward as a token of his deep and undying gratitude. Wow! That is why this payment is so much more than the amount that was originally posted. You really knocked this one out of the park. I think I was supposed to get 3 Umbradas, and he gave me 1 extra? Or was it 1 Umbrada? I'm not really sure. Oh well. Oh wait! Umbrada 2! Oh! Never mind, kind sir! Thank you very much. Not even I have access to Umbrada 2 yet.
What'll it be?
Oh!
There's no new request.
No request. Everything finished. Patrons? Seems fine.
What'll it be?
Okay.
Can't wait to see
This
what
is
you
a
can
perfect
do.
moment to make a little cut. In the next part, we're going to head back into the labyrinth and start exploring the 23rd floor. Until then, bye bye!